So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fyodor Ovchinnikov. I'm the founder and CEO of Dodo Pizza, and I'm sure you'll agree with me that Dodo is way easier to pronounce than my name. So, for those of you who haven't heard about us, we are one of the fastest growing restaurant chains in the world. And by the way, at the end of my talk, I'll tell you why I decided to name our company after a dead bird. So, what I wanted to do is tell you about our beginnings. Just a moment. Yeah. Tell you about our beginnings. Why? Because our story is a bit of a Russian fairy tale. Dodo Pizza was founded in 2011 in a very small, distant northern city in Russia. It's called Syktyvkar. And you can say that it's in the middle of nowhere. And we started from very humble beginnings. My first pizzeria was a delivery-only service in a basement located next to where I used to live when I was a child. So, what is Dodo Pizza now? Today, Dodo Pizza is an international pizza chain with over 585 stores in 13 countries. We are number one in the Russian market, and we are not just the leaders, we are bigger than our two next rivals combined. So, and what is the most significant thing in our story is the pace of our growth. We have doubled our sales almost every year since our inception. And you may be asking yourselves, how have we achieved such results just in 9 years from small city from north of Russia? And I'll tell you my story about that. And of course, there were a number of factors. Right time, right place, good market. But I believe that there were two major factors, and I call it the double T. That is technology and transparency. Let's start from the first T factor, technology. How is a pizza chain is connected with technology? Technology was a big idea, my big idea from scratch. And let me explain. Have a look at this photo. This good-looking guy is me just 9 years ago, a failed entrepreneur looking for a new venture. I didn't have much money. I was in a Syktyvkar, but I had a dream to build a big global business. But how? I took my inspiration from McDonald's story. So, brothers McDonald, they lived in a small city in California, in a small town in California like Syktyvkar. They didn't have much money, but they started a revolution in the food service business. How? The neat trick was that brothers didn't invent something new. They just combined two existing things, the conveyor production system and very popular product. And that created a new model. And then McDonald's scaled this business using franchising system. As you know, you don't need a lot of capital to scale business in this way. And you could use a passion and capital of a lot of entrepreneurs. And so the same approach, I wanted to take the same approach in Syktyvkar. And what was my big idea in 2011? I decided to create a model of smart pizzeria. I wanted to combine internet technologies with the pizza delivery business in one company and build delivery pizza franchise based on digital platform. So what is a smart pizzeria? Smart pizzeria is a concept like smart house where everything is connected to the internet. Employees, managers, suppliers, customers, and even equipment with the internet. And I wanted to create a digital-based franchise that would make this business more transparent, more manageable, and more efficient. So why did I choose pizza? Because pizza is everywhere. Everybody loves pizza. It's a huge, huge market. And pizza delivery model is one of the most popular models for small business. And that means that if I would create a good franchise, digital franchise, I could scale this business globally, even from Syktyvkar. So we started to develop our system from scratch, from the day one of our company. We call it Dodo IS, which stands for Dodo Information System. And we have been developing it for 9 years. We didn't use any other systems. That forced us to develop our own. So since 2011, Dodo IS has gone through a process of continuous development, which has led to it to becoming a big web-based ERP system. Dodo IS covers all needs in our business: operational management, kitchen processes, human resources, inventory management, CRM, mobile applications, site quality control, and everything is connected through internet, and everything is web-based. So here is the question: why did we invest a lot of money into developing our own system? How does Dodo IS differ from other systems? Why don't we use third-party IT solution? There are 2 key differences. The first is coordination of competencies. The second is the internet. What do I mean? Coordination of competencies. It means that we develop our system in-house from scratch. We know all the details of our business. We make an ideal system for specific business. For example, our engineers, they make pizza, and they think how we can improve our operational business using opportunities of new technologies. And we can not only digitize existing processes in our business, we can change operational business because we control the whole value chain in our business. Now, in our company, we have 120 IT developers, and I can say that we are not just a pizza company, we are an IT company at the same time. And it's very convenient for our managers and for our franchisees because they have one solution for all needs. This is included as all part of one package. No additional fee for system. It's a part of our franchise. It's a core of our franchise. The second difference is the internet. It means that the whole system is a website. Even our cashiers at counters work in the ordinary web browsers. The internet gives us a lot of benefits. We can easily digitize everything. Information system can penetrate where it was impossible to get before. We can just install tablets or any other mobile device in the kitchen, and makes even small operation transparent for us. And of course, the internet allows us to monitor everything online in real-time mode. I can see every figure in our pizzeria online, in China, in Siberia, or in Europe. And of course, we collect a lot of data, and we can analyze, make decisions in real-time mode using our internet system. So today, Dodo IS is a big web service that provides operations of 584 pizzerias. So what has Dodo IS given us? It was a real competitive advantage of our franchise, and it provided transparency of operational business that supported our incredibly fast growth. We couldn't manage so big chain if we don't have Dodo IS. So the second key factor of our success, I think it's transparency. And transparency is a unique feature of our company, unique feature of our culture. We are absolutely, it's not usual for Russian company. We are absolutely transparent for our employees, for our customers, for our investors, for our franchisees as well. We even publish sales of our pizzerias online. You can check it. You can go to the website, dodopizzastory.com, and check. And some people say that we are crazy guys, that we are so transparent. But why and how did that happen? So when I started Dodo Pizza, I had limited resources, limited funds. And in order to attract attention for future franchisees, I decided to make a reality show from my business. Because the best promo franchise is truth and honest figures. It was quite bold, and I launched a blog where I started to describe everything that happened to me. It was a real personal journey. I wrote about my failures, my wins, and I published all sales figures online. Not just profits, but my losses too. And as it turned out, my first pizzeria became extremely profitable business in my city. And this transparency was a contributing factor in building trust. My blog provided the mass exposure which attracted potential franchisees. So I started to get requests from all over Russia from potential franchisees. Most of them were young entrepreneurs. It wasn't just the money that attracted them. It was values and approaches that guys wanted to launch the same transparent business in their cities. And to show what our franchisees are, let me tell you a short story about Eugene. Eugene, he is one of the first our franchisees. He was just 25 years old when he started. He didn't have enough experience. He didn't have money. He came to Syktyvkar, to my city, and asked for franchise. And at that time, we didn't have official training course, and he had to work as a pizza maker and manager for several months to study our business. Then he came back to his native city. He borrowed money. He had to work as a taxi driver part-time because he was lack of resources. But finally, he opened his pizzeria. And what's about Eugene now? Today, he has 20 pizzerias in Russia with monthly sales of $1 million. It's quite big. But such stories, such Eugenes, we have dozens of Eugenes in our story. And that is how our chain has grown in Russia. And there is a question, where these young entrepreneurs, where did they get money? Because as you may know, in Russia, it's very challenging to get money from bank if you don't have sufficient assets. And what did we do? We use our transparency and technology to connect private investors and our young franchisees. We connected them on the base of our system because everything is transparent in our business, and private investor trusted us because of our transparency. So, and the next thing that transparency provided was motivation to make business more efficient. Part of being transparent is to share knowledge. This, in turn, became a motivational driver to other franchisees to perform better. That was about our key factors. I believe that technology and transparency were the major factor of our breakthrough. So let's move on to how we do things. Some words about, some general information about Dodo Pizza. We started as delivery company. We're providing just delivery service as Domino's Pizza, but now we have a strong dine-in business. We have been developing it all years. That is how our pizzerias looks. You can see quite nice and cozy interior and quite big dining areas. And we have now we locate our pizzerias at places where there is a huge pedestrian traffic. And I can say that we do not compete just in Russia with Papa John's or Domino's Pizza. We compete with McDonald's because we have strong dining. We sell a lot of coffee, pizza by slices, hot-baked wraps. And our mobile app is integral to our business. 80% of our orders for delivery are done through our mobile app. And this year, we launching dine-in ordering through app. We believe that will give us opportunity to digitize not only delivery clients, but our guests in dine-in. So, let me briefly tell you what we are doing outside Russia. Our first non-Russian pizzeria was set up in Romania. Now we have quite successful business in Eastern Europe. It's growing. This year we are going to launch in Poland and Slovakia. We have we are presented in the US and the UK. And the UK is our focus market now. We are opening our first corporate store in Central England this year. It will be in Leamington Spa. And last year, we very successfully opened in Lagos in Nigeria. And now two new pizzerias are opening. And China. We have business in China. As we all know, this is a challenging time for this area, but hopefully things will improve shortly. We have been working in China for 4 years, and we originally came to China with Western pizza delivery model, but then gained insights, experience, and realized that we need to relaunch, change our concept in China. And last year we opened a pilot store in Hangzhou City with new products, new designs. We call a new approach. We call it Pizzeria of Future. It's not official name, it's just inside our company. This pizzeria doesn't have any cashiers. We process all orders in mobile app, in Chinese Messenger, WeChat, and that gives us significant possibilities to control our customer base, return of our customers. And of course, we adapted our recipes according to Chinese tests. We adapt our dough recipe. So that tells something about how we do things and our locations outside Russia. What is our long-term vision? Our big goal is to build a global pizza franchise company with our information system at its core. And somewhere in future, we are planning to go public. Why? Because our company has quite interesting investment story. We didn't manage to raise money from professional investments in Russia, and we made the biggest in Russian history case of crowdfunding. And more than 200 people, ordinary people, invested money in our company. They believed us. That's why IPO is for us is like a mission. It's a real mission because we need to pay these people back. So, and finally, if you remember, I said I was going to explain why I decided to name my company after a dead bird. So, one day I was reading a book, Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland, to my daughter, and I came across the character of the Dodo. At that time, I was thinking about new business, pizza business, and I thought that because it was easy to say, it would be a very catchy name for a brand, and it's an internationally recognized word. It's very easy to pronounce this word in any language. And it was later that I discovered that it was also a very trusting bird, perhaps too trusting. However, given my company's origins and the challenges we have faced, unlike the dodo, we intend not only to survive, but to thrive. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention and time.